Hey guys, and welcome back to the finale of Super Mario Sunshine. It's almost time for us to bring this playthrough to a close, but first up we have to gather the last of the shines in PIANTA Village and then confront the final boss in Corona Mountain. And just looking at this episode list for PIANTA Village, it seems we have another Chain Chomp mission on our hands, Spur.
Yep, we've got to take care of another one of the Chain Chomp pets that this lady in the village has.
Just get a Poochie or something. Do you seriously want to be eaten in your sleep?
Like, surely there would be something safer to keep around as a pet than a friggin' Chain Chomp.
There's like plenty of lakes and whatnot around here. Get cheap.
And the worst part is, we've seen the Chain Chomps overheat, and we're on a tropical island where it's clearly going to be very hot a lot of the time.
That's why they keep all these barrels around. It's a safety precaution.
The barrels are actually pretty useful in this mission because they'll instantly cool off the Chain Chomp rather than having to take a few seconds to spray it.
Although, if you ground pound that peg, you can actually keep the Chain Chomp in place, so you can cool them off.
It'll actually only stay in place for a couple seconds. It will pull free after a couple moments there. But it does make it easier to spray it once it's overheated. The physics on this are, like, really strange, because if you're, like, pulling at a weird angle or going around a corner, Mario gets kind of jittery, and he doesn't really pull as hard as he really should.
Yeah, I noticed that, yeah. The Chain Chomp isn't the most resistant of Mario's captives that we've seen thus far, but he can be an ornery little varmint when he wants to be.
And you gotta be really careful when you're getting close to the hot springs here, because if you're not careful, there's a chance that you could fall into the hot spring, and if you actually do that at the same time that the Chain Chomp jumps in, you actually get caught underneath. And then the Shine Sprite appears, and then you just see Mario dying in a silhouette.
Oh my god, when I saw that in the Game Grumps run, I almost fucking died of laughter.
I've actually had that happen to me a couple times. It's weird that things like that can happen. It's like not something that a designer would think about in a video game, but it's like just a fluke, really, that can just happen randomly.
Nowadays, they'd probably like lock Mario in place so that wouldn't be possible.
Or just kind of leave it in because it's something funny that we can laugh about.
I kind of wish you'd left your death take in, to be honest, but then again, this is HFC, and we are super anal retentive.
Well, I said that it happened before, I didn't say it happened while recording this.
Fair enough, mate, fair enough. Oh god. This may be going by a different name, but I think we all know what this mission entails. 2 words. The Chuckster.
Multiple, Tom, multiple.
Oh, Jesus, no.
It's one of the most annoying missions. There's no difficulty here. It's all annoyance. And it's something that's really gotten me really flustered on a lot of recent games, that it seems like designers can't tell the difference between something that's annoying and something that's difficult.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a rant that I really don't want to get into here.
Yeah, that's something for another time and another place, really. First and foremost, we gotta feed this Yoshi a banana. Just because I like saying banana, really.
I like it when Tom says banana.
I think, yes, we got a pink Yoshi from Bananas.
I think I actually said it incorrectly when I was describing the Yoshi colors in a previous part. I said that the pink and purple Yoshis create vertical or horizontal platforms depending on the color, and I actually had them backwards, and I apologize for that.
Don't bother going for that one-up mushroom. 'Tis a ruse.
I have never found a way to get that one-up without falling. And it doesn't make sense because there's 2 other 1-ups right here if you go a bit further.
Fuck you, Miyamoto, whoever designed that particular section. Oh god. I think you've ranted enough, Spar. Now it's my turn to describe the douchebaggery of Super Mario Sunshine. Okay, let me just roll up my sleeves for no other reason than to create a scene. Okay, the Chucksters. Basically how this section works is that, say, as we're doing now, we're facing towards that platform. When you talk to the Chuckster, they will throw you in the direction you're facing, and it's super anal about you know, specifics and whatnot, so you want to line up super specifically before you talk to them, otherwise they will throw you into the void.
It's super specific because it actually works on the angle between you, the chuckster, and the platform that that he's throwing you to. If you're at kind of an angle talking to him, even if you're, you know, looking at the platform, he'll throw you at the angle instead. So it's really easy to fall off in the void.
If you're like 5 degrees to the left or the right and you talk to him, that's the void. But if you're in the center, you're in Shine City, my friend.
The really bad thing that I find about this mission, we've had some missions that were really bad with RNG. This one is just really bad about timing and having to wait for the game to move into place before you can do anything. Fortunately, it's not really that difficult. The more difficult thing is having to come back here for the red coins, because then you gotta worry about the timer for the red coins, too.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel!
I like that some of the optional stuff is more difficult, though, because you get some of the secret levels in Delfino Plaza, like especially the one out on the island with the yellow bird.
Oh, yeah.
I like to dub that mission the River of Death because of how difficult it is sometimes.
That's the one with the lily pads, isn't it?
Yep, the lily pads that will disappear after a little while.
Will we be doing any bonus content for the playthrough, showing off any optional shines?
I might do some little extra recording here and there.
Okay, if there are any particular shines you want us to show off, feel free to leave a comment down below.
And for this mission, we've actually got one similar to the Serena Beach scrubbing mission. I know I said before that that one was unique, and it is because this one's a bit different.
Well, that was a beach, these are people. Technically they're palm tree people, but people nonetheless. Don't want to discriminate, no.
Rather than having us clean up the entire place, we've got to go save 10 PIANTAs that are stranded in the goop.
Really not that hard. If anything, it feels like an apology for the Chuckster mission, because there's such a drop in difficulty. It's kind of laughable, really.
Yeah, there's really no specified path that you have to go on. You get 3 minutes, more like 2:45 if you take the time getting across the bridge. But you have all this time to save them, and you end up with so much time left that there's just really no difficulty in it. I will say, though, I recommend cleaning up as much of the goop around the PIANTAs as you can, because they can fall back in, I think. I don't know if that detracts from the counter and you have to go save them again, but it would be funny if you just kind of came back and stared at them. Like, if one of the PIANTAs was the Chucksters from the previous mission, Mario just walks up and he's like, "Not today."
Not today, asshole. And then you talk to him and he's like, "Hey, I'm a Chuckster," and throws you off the fucking stage.
It's a funny thing you mention that, because if you actually talk to the adult PIANTAs after rescuing them, they will all give you blue coins. So I guess they were just kind of running out of places to put blue coins when they got here, and just like, just put them all in this mission, here you go.
Say, young man, you've delivered to me a carton of juice. Have a blue coin. Boy, Mario, you sure are Italian today. Have a blue coin.
There's actually a few blue coins in Delfino Plaza that you get for bringing people whichever specified fruit they want, so you actually weren't too far from the truth there.
Ooh, bad memories of carrying or kicking the durian to the person who wanted said durian. That was a nightmare.
Now, I actually talked to that guy just to show off what the PIANTAs say when you rescue them, and I didn't know he was gonna, like, spawn the blue coin. I didn't find that out until after I had recorded this, so that kind of caught me by surprise.
Were you like, shit, I'm gonna have to re-record, the perfect route has been broken?
No, I was okay with it, because it's like, it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it's not too out of place.
This little area where you first spawn in is one of my favorites in PIANTA Village, because there's this graffiti M back here, and we mentioned before that if you spray those down, they spawn blue coins. And it reminds me of Insomniac games, especially their Spyro the Dragon and Ratchet and Clank games, where they would hide stuff like that behind the starting point in a level. Insomniac Games, and Naughty Dog, I believe, has done that a couple times.
To a lesser degree.
To a lesser degree, but I think they've done it before, where they just hide collectibles behind the starting area.
They have open contempt for their fan bases, yes.
And now that we've finished all the required missions, it's time to do the final Shadow Mario chase of the entire game.
And how do they up the difficulty for this one? He spews lava. That's about it, really.
Yep, when he runs, he just leaves a trail of the lava graffiti behind. I actually noticed when I was playing this, though, in the close-up during the intro cutscene, his paintbrush is white instead of blue. I've never noticed that before, and it might actually be a graphical glitch, because we'll see in a moment, and you might be able to see here that the paintbrush is blue again. So I'm not really sure what was going on there.
Did you upgrade FLUDD's attack power or something? You took him down ridiculously fast, though.
No, I just got him, like, when he was running in a straight line, and just continually sprayed him as I was going.
Concentrate your firepower!
I actually think it would have been really cool if the paintbrush had been fading out by this point, like he was running out of power by the end of the game or something, but I don't really know what was going on with the white paintbrush.
Well, as you will see in just a second, he's far from through.
Yeah, the plaza has been entirely flooded, and if you actually wait a little while for the emergency broadcast system ticker to go across the bottom of the screen, it will actually tell you that the flood was caused by, and I quote, record-breaking rains.
How long were we in PIANTA Village?
Who knows, man? I actually don't know if the other areas of the island got flooded as well, or if it was just the plaza.
Welcome to Corona Mountain, the final area of the game, to use heavy, heavy quotation marks. The main danger you're going to face here is not only the spikes, but the lava as well. This ain't your daddy's lava. This ain't Mario 64 lava, where you'll fall in it, scorch your bum, and then comically fly up into the air and try and right yourself, you know, find a bit of solid ground. No, if you touch this lava, you will die.
Same for the spikes. The spikes are also auto-death. I think the little fire pillars here will just hurt you a bit, and then if you're able to actually land on your feet, you can keep going, though. It's a little nice platforming challenge to finish things off. It's pretty easy if you're not trying to go through it as fast as humanly possible, I suppose.
Looking at you, speedrunners.
This little boat here is kind of the bane of a lot of people's existences, I imagine. It's something that a lot of people remember about Sunshine as opposed to any of the other levels, because if this boat hits anything, the wall, the spike pillars, that little block in the middle, it will instantly capsize into the lava.
Well, I can only think of like one, maybe two other instances in the game where you need to do this, and one of them is an optional mission, so they can make that as hard as they like. This is required.
The boat actually appears in Noki Bay and is it's useful for getting some of the blue coins that are there. And there's actually a couple blue coins in here that you need the boat to get to, and it's not fun going after those, and I would highly recommend doing that after completing the game.
Yeah, it's not worth your time now, lads. Oh, can you feel it, Spar? The tension is mounting.
I really like this build-up. This is a really good build-up to the final boss.
And here we go.
Before we actually get to the final boss fight, though, we have to deal with voice acting.
Oh, and it's some of the worst in the game as well. Don't listen to his lies, Peach. Don't take that bath.
I'm pretty sure the bath is acid.
You again? Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Why would you do this to Mario? Why?
Don't you just feel so bad for him, though? We're interrupting his family vacation.
You shut the fuck up, Spar. Although, I gotta say, I got a little bit nostalgic hearing Bowser's N64 roar.
As for the actual final boss fight, basically you're just using the rocket nozzle to go up and break all the balances around the bath here. You have to watch out for the bathwater, or the acid, I guess. Because it's actually really easy to get hit by it when you're jumping up from breaking the balances.
The fire isn't an issue. The missiles aren't really that big of a nuisance either. Just keep moving, and not even the acid wall will be able to touch you, really. I've seen some really impressive speedruns of this.
Bowser Jr. can actually fire some blue bullet bills that I think give 1-ups or water refills, one of the two.
I think the first time around it will be a 1-up mushroom. Every time after that it will be a water refill.
Overall, easy boss fight, and we're done.
I think out of the two GameCube Mario games, if we can even call Luigi's Mansion that, I think Luigi's Mansion had the better Bowser final boss.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Look at all these suckers just falling, and then Peach is floating down, casual as you like.
Not even giving a fuck.
Man, Delfino Plaza is looking pretty bright. I could be using those sunglasses right about now.
I like the sunglasses guy, he's actually pretty chill.
Another thing Sonic ripped off, face planting and the like.
I never actually noticed that, yeah.
Oh god, FLUDD, no! No, FLUDD, don't leave us!
This makes me think of Fi at the end of Skyward Sword. Spoilers if you haven't seen that. But the thing of it is, I actually care about FLUDD, because FLUDD was actually required to finish this game. I couldn't give a shit about Fi.
We went on so many adventures together, FLUDD. Like the one time we sprayed graffiti, and then, well, all the other times we sprayed graffiti, but you know what I mean. And we're coming to the end of Super Mario Sunshine here at Spa. So, in 10 words or less, what do you think about Sunshine as a whole?
I like it, but it has problems.
Okay. And as for me, fun game, rough around the edges, play Super Mario Galaxy. 10 exactly.
Very well done.
Be efficient, not ignorant.
I would actually say if you have the opportunity to play Sunshine in both of the Galaxy games, because they're all worth playing in their own right.
Fuck it, play all of them. Any of the 3D Mario titles are worth playing. Yeah, even Mario 64, even though it's massively outdated by this point.
You know what? Play whatever you like. It's your choice.
Yeah, we here at HFC advocate game equality, except for Sonic 06. That could go fucking die. And folks, it seems we've come to the end of our mini vacation here at Isle Delfino, so I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks to Spa for recording an awesome run of the game, and we'll see you all next time for another HellfireComms playthrough. Bye bye for now.